We are looking at a client's X-ray of the pelvis from a posterior view. X-ray shows a normal left hip and a fractured right hip. Detail shows a fracture with a dislocation. Our process begins with the client's X-ray, which we work directly on top of, tracing your client's actual bones. Layering on the femur of the normal left hip, which is inside the socket. The right hip is dislocated with the femur outside of the fractured socket, which is the acetabulum. Now we will layer on all of the fracture fragments which have been blown out of the socket during the dislocation. Removing the X-ray view leaves the pre-op illustration with the normal left hip and right hip with a fracture dislocation. Now viewing the post-op X-ray showing the reduced hip with all of the fixation hardware. Once again, we start with the client's X-ray, layering on the custom artwork derived from the tracings of the X-ray. This shows the hip reduced with the femur back inside the socket with all fracture fragments back in place. During surgery, the fracture fragments are fixated with screws. The surgeon then adds a spring plate. Finally, on top of the spring plate is added a buttress plate and screws. This hardware holds the fracture together so that the hip can heal properly. The added hardware remains in the client permanently. Removing the bone layers allows us to see the hardware as installed. Now adding the bone layers back but removing the X-ray layer produces the final post-op illustration. This view shows the client's final exhibit with the pre-op illustration which perfectly matches this pre-op X-ray. Additionally, we see the post-op illustration which perfectly aligns with the post-op X-ray. At Medical Visions, we pride ourselves on the accuracy of our customized exhibits, giving you the best visual aids to depict your client's injuries and surgeries, which your medical experts appreciate and find very compelling.